Okay, now that we have the certificates necessary, we should be able to start installing CMS on the servers. I got the CMS installation files copied to the C drive. Run setup.exe, install all the required components. Okay, so here's the card management system installation wizard. Click on next, accept the terms and conditions. So since this is the first instance of CMS we are installing in this environment, it will be a typical installation. Typical meaning we are going to install both the CMS and also install or create the database on the SQL 2005 server. This will be the database instance running on the domain controller again, as I mentioned previously in the video. I'm going to select SQL authentication. Please remember this password because you will need these later. Okay, so the website name can be anything. In my case, I'm going to use the default. It will be a CMS website. I'm going to use the user account administrator. Now I'm going to select unattended startup mode for this installation. So as you can see, attended startup mode is always recommended by Active Identity. I don't have a hardware security module. I'm going to select no. Okay, so now we are at a location where we'll have to specify the pool name. So the pool name that I'm going to use is cmspool.supportpool.com. Now I have my own certificates which I'm going to use for this installation. I'm going to click on browse. So the first option would be to select the path to the server certificate, enter the password, and the second would be the root certificate, and finally the client certificate. Click on install in the next window. Okay, the installation is completed. Now you can select the option show the release notes to view release notes. I'm not going to do that now. I'm going to click on finish. Now I'm going to attempt accessing the operator portal. So as you can see, the shortcuts are already added to the menu. Click on connect to CMS. Select the certificate that you will be using to log on to the operator portal. This will be the client.pfx certificate. And there we go. This will be the operator portal and the home page of the CMS server. Now we can do the install on the secondary server. Run the setup.exe file, install the required components. Okay, the installation wizard window appears. Click on next, accept the license agreement. This time, since we have already created the database, when we install the primary CMS server, we're going to choose custom for the secondary server, and we will not be installing the database or creating the database. Instead, we are going to point the secondary CMS server to the database that we already created. So click on next and select the database server, just running on the domain controller in my case, and it will be SQL Server Authentication. Please enter the same password that you entered when you install the primary server. Click on next. be the same website name on this server as well. I'm going to select unattended startup mode, specify the password, no HSM again, click on next. So it gives you a disclaimer, you can ignore that. It's always safe to install CMS with an HSM in your environment. In my case it's a test environment and I don't have an HSM setup, so I'm going to ignore the warning and then say yes. So the host name here again will be the pool name for this specific pool, and I already have the certificates which I copied from the domain controller earlier. Browse through to the certificates folder. First will be the server certificate, the root certificate, and finally the client certificate. And click on install. Okay, the installation is completed on the secondary CMS server. You can click on finish. Now you can access the operator portal from this server as well. Now you are prompted to choose the client certificate, which will be the administrator certificate. Add the URL to the trusted sites list. And there we go. So now we've got CMS installed on both the servers. Okay, now before you configure the CMS peer servers, there's one more thing that you'll have to do. The certificate that you copied from the domain controller to the primary CMS server and the secondary CMS server has to be renamed. Now we have operator A.pfx, and on CMS server B we will have operator B.pfx. Rename that to peer.pfx. Do the same on the secondary CMS server. Okay, it's done. Now go back to the operator portal. Now before you add the CMS peer servers, there's one more configuration that you'll have to make. Okay, so we're going to add the operators to the portal as I said earlier. So before I add them, I'll have to create a group. And now if I go to operators, I should be able to enroll them. Click on enroll new operator. Or click on enroll user. Select operator A. Specify the distinguished name for the operator. Okay, I'm going to enroll these operators as administrators. You don't need administrator privileges. So initially I would recommend to set this operator up or enroll this operator as administrator. You can later reduce or restrict the privileges. Click on enroll. I'm going to do or enroll the second operator. Okay, that is done. Now go back into repositories and I'm going to add the peer configuration. Now I'm doing this on CMS peer server A, so peer server will be CMS server B. And over here will be the path to the peer certificates that we previously created. So open the root certificate using a text editor, copy the content, cut the content and paste it in here. Please ensure you select the option ignore bad DNS. If you need more information about this, you can refer the Windows installation or CMS installation guide and click on create. Okay, now the configuration is made. Go to connectivity check, click on check connectivity. Okay, now as you can see, the connectivity check was successful and there were no error messages. Now log on to the secondary CMS server, and as you can see from the operator portal, it has already picked up the configuration from the database, and now we can add the peer server, the CMS server a.supportpool.com. Specify the path to the peer certificate, enter the password that protects the private key. And paste the root certificate and select the option ignore bad DNS. Click on create. Go to connectivity check. Okay, as you can see, the diagnostic was successfully finished, and there should be no error messages listed, and this should be it. So the CMS peer servers are configured, and they should be able to load balance when operators access the portal. Thank you for taking time to watch this video, and please contact Active Identity support if you need more information.